Hi and welcome to another 5-minute tutorial, and this time about random colors on objects. So in the last session I went through hue, saturation, value, and I got this apple. But it would be really nice to have this apple in different colors if we have a bowl full of apples. Because if everyone looks exactly the same, it will not look realistic. So we need some variations on each apple. And to show that, we need some apples. So I select the apple and the stem. I just press Shift D to move it around here. So we have a few apples. So now I have a lot of apples. Everyone is exactly the same green color, and that is not what we want. So we can continue with what we had at the last session. So just to do a recap very quickly, you can see the last session if you have not done it. It's that we used hue, saturation, value to get the main color, and then we do some small changes in hue to get small different variations between yellow, red and green using the noise texture. And then the part down here that we went through in lesson 17, which is the Voronoi, that part made all the small dots that we have on this apple. So then we got this nice skin out of the color, out of the apple, and now we just continue with the hue, saturation, value to make each apple a little bit different from that apple. So I just press Shift D here, and the thing to change these apples is to use something called object info. So Shift A, go to input, and here we have the object info. And if I just take the random, as you can see in the bottom here, to the surface, then you can see that each apple have different type of grayscale. So this is much more bright than this apple down here. So what we get out from random is a number between 0 and 1 for each object, which is perfect in this case, because then I can just copy this, multiply, add that I have here, and perhaps change the value to negative 0.2 or negative 0.3, and put the random into the value and put this into the hue, and then we get this result out. It looks realistic. We have different type of colors on each apple. We still have the small variations that we started with. So now we can just fill a bowl full of apple in a really good and easy way using the random in object info for making this. You can change the apple color less randomly by using the object index instead if you want to. So what object index is doing is that it takes the index for each object, and that doesn't explain so much, so I just show it instead. I go here to object properties and go to relations, and here we have something called parse index. Even if it's the different name, so this is parse index and this is object index, it's the same thing. So if it's 0 here, then it's 0 here, but if it's 1 here, then it's 1 here. And if I select 2 here, then we have 2 here. So the value out is not between 0 and 1, it's the value that you write in here. So if I write 3, then we have 3, and so on. So I can just change this into different things, and then I can say that I would like that apple and that apple to be exactly the same, or that apple and so on. I just put the same index on this one. So if I have 6 on this, I can put 6 on this as well, and then I get the same color for both of these apples. Now, since it's bigger than 1, if you want to work with 0 to 1, then just take the highest parse index that you used and divide by that. So I can just press Shift A, go to Converter, Math, and then I have to do a divide here by the number we have as highest, and right now it's 6, and then we go back to the range of 0 to 1, and then we have all these nice colors on the apples again. So that was 2 ways to change colors on objects, and hopefully you learned something today as well, and I just say bye for now and see you tomorrow.